Okay. Hello, everyone. Joining us on Zoom. We're back from our recess. We're back to normal planning board business. Um, so we have two other hearings on our agenda tonight. The first is a 7:15 p.m., which I guess we missed that by about an hour and a half. Continuation from June 2nd and June 26th hearing for site plan review by Michael Schaefer for a 16,000 square foot building and site changes at 106 Industrial Drive, Northampton, map ID 24B-88. Is the applicant here for us?
No. The applicant submitted statements about progress that they've made on Wednesday, I think, yesterday. And so basically they need a continuation because we don't have plans. They've reduced the parking. They said they will make the other changes the board talked about. But again, just need to make sure the plans are there. And then also they need to update their stormwater calculations based on those site changes. So the next meeting is August 28th. I would think they would be able to do all of that because it's a month. And it really is, it's sort of down to those last little details for stormwater. I just I recommended to him that because we didn't have plan changes and DPW hadn't looked at it, that it wouldn't make sense to review it.
Okay, is this the one that also needs to go to Conservation Commission?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are they going to be able to get to Conservation Commission before August 28th?
I think they're also meeting on August 14th.
Okay.
Conscom.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's promising. Do we have anything else on our agenda currently on August 28th?
No, but we will need to talk about it. Potentially a joint public hearing about parking and zoning with legislative matters, but maybe that just needs a different meeting.
Okay.
A separate meeting.
So do we think 7 p.m.? Well,
we don't have any continuation. Well,
we don't have anything else in front of it, right?
Hold on. What day is it? We still do have 8 days till the deadline for new projects to come in. But this one should be pretty fast. I would say 7 o'clock.
Okay. Would anyone like to make a motion?
Move to this thing to 7 o'clock.
On August 28th?
A little bit more expansive.
28.
And this thing is a hearing for a site plan review.
Listen, man, you got the words. You're all word.
Okay, so a continuation for site plan review at 106 Industrial Drive, 7 p.m., August 28th. Is there a second? Okay, we have a motion seconded. We can vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. All right. I would like to open a 7:16 p.m. continuation without previously opening discussion from June 26th on a request for site plan review for a trailer storage lot by Red's Towing at 0 Bradford Street, map ID 25A-189. Is the applicant here for this project?
No. This again, similarly, this week we got some updated information, finally a site plan that showed the wetlands. This is another one that has to go to the Conservation Commission. I recommend before the planning board in this case, just because of the proposed use, that they've finally gotten a delineation so can move forward on that process. So again, I think we could try maybe 5 minutes after the next one on August 28th.
So 7:05?
Yeah.
And we'll see if either of them show up.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a motion?
What do
it. I'll make a motion to continue the hearing for site plan review for trailer storage lot by Red's Towing at 0 Bradford Street to August 28th at, did we say 7:05?
05.
7:05.
I second.
A motion made and seconded. All in favor? Unanimous. Okay. I think Let's see what's next on our agenda. Oh, you know what I didn't do because we had the joint hearing, was we didn't provide 5 minutes for public comment for items not on the agenda. So I apologize for that. I would like to open up the floor now to the public. If anyone would like to make a comment, that's not about these two hearings that we just continued or about the joint public hearing we just had. So I'll open it up to council chambers first. Not seeing anyone. Would anyone on Zoom like to make a general public comment? Please use the raise hand function or turn your camera on and wave to us.
I don't see any.
Not seeing any movement out there. So we'll move on. So I think the next order of business we have are A&Rs.
Okay, I can do a screen share. We have one A&R. It's not to create a new lot, but just to swap land from one parcel to the other. So let me just, I thought I had it up. I'm sorry here. Let's just go.
And just as a reminder, A&R stands for approval not required. So we're not going to approve this plan. We're going to endorse it, that it's not creating new frontage.
Right, a new street, a new subdivision. Okay, so here we go. Zoom out a little bit and share. Okay, so this is on, whoops, a little too far. So this is on Liberty Street. So to the right of plan is, well, I don't know, is towards Riverside Drive. So it's just this piece of land here, this parcel A, 1,247 square feet, to transfer from 51 Liberty to 41 Liberty. From this point to the rear, and it keeps setback and lot area for the sending parcel well in excess of the requirements. But again, you're just looking at frontage, whether this creates a subdivision, and swapping land between two parcels does not. So you can endorse this as not a subdivision.
And there's not even a change to the frontage
No.
on Liberty Street. That stays the same.
Yep.
Okay, would anyone like to make a motion to endorse this A&R?
Sure, I make a motion to endorse the A&R on Liberty Street. Is there, what was the address?
51.
51 Liberty Street.
I second.
All right, motion made and seconded. Can we have a show of hands? Unanimous. All right, and then I think we have some minutes from June 26th. Carolyn, is that correct?
I move to support the minutes.
Any discussion on minutes?
I had a chance to review the minutes and they look good. Thank you, Carol.
You got a second?
Very short.
I'll second that motion.
Motion made and seconded. Show of hands, please. Unanimous. The minutes have our seal of approval. Okay, Carolyn, do we have any other business?
No, just as you know, we were just talking about August 28th is the next meeting. Jana will be back for that one. I know there's some others that may not be around for that one, but yeah, and then I'll be sending out a poll for another meeting with legislative matters on an upcoming that zoning amendment that was just referred out of city council last week.
Okay. And you know, I do want to find some time. I'll talk to Jana too, but find some time with the board to talk about those edge cases for Central Business Side Street specifically. But I also don't know if the Gateway District, like what that borders on. But I did, you know, I didn't love how close that last project could get to the residential zones. I mean, I know it was all within the zoning bylaws that we have now, but I think I personally would like to think about maybe tweaking it a little bit and obviously presenting that to city council and they can do whatever they're going to do with it. But that would just make me feel better personally. So I hope we can program some of that time in maybe when we have the full board, you know, when Rich and Jana are back and yeah. So
Could we do that in the fall when everyone's
yeah.
Yeah.
Sometime it sounds like maybe some legislative matters members might also be thinking about that. So I don't know if they would present it too. So, and when we're doing changes to zoning, we get those joint public hearings, right, Carolyn? That kind of would happen if there was a formal proposal.
You probably, I mean, you could have a special meeting that just is without proposed legislation. We haven't typically done that. But there's nothing that would, and legislative matters can certainly bring it up on their agenda, invite people to come and have sort of that conversation outside of a formal submittal of an ordinance. So, yeah, I mean, maybe we could have an internal conversation amongst the board members. Mm-hmm. And then let the council members know what you guys are thinking about and see if they want to entertain a joint conversation or just look at it as a formal recommendation.
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Great.
The only other thing is the next joint public hearing coming up about the reduction in parking is pretty big for the city, even though we've kind of touched on it here and there. So I know I'm going to try to do a little bit of extra research to see what other communities have done about that and where it's worked and how it hasn't worked. And we don't have a lot of time, but I would assume we're going to get the materials hopefully ahead of the meeting.
Yeah.
So we can look at it. But yeah, I assume there's going to be a lot of public input on that and be some discussion.
Yeah. And I mean, there's a lot of information out there about, and I sent some before, actually related to this project, the Holly Street project, but also 3 Elm, about studies that have been done sort of across the country about parking and parking demand and costs that parking requirements trigger. So I can resend that and look for more information too.
Good. Thanks.
Thank you.
And is this joint hearing scheduled? Is it already on the books?
No, that's what I'm gonna have to send an email out to everybody and sort of, and including legislative matters to figure out what day works. Yeah. And this was a kind of, it was not a meeting day for either board because it wasn't the legislative matters regular meeting and it wasn't planning board's regular meeting. So that doesn't happen too often. Usually it's one board's meeting or the other.
They usually meet on Mondays, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Any
A motion to adjourn at 8:58.
Second.
Okay, motion to adjourn has been made and seconded. Show of hands. Unanimous. All right. Thank you, everyone.